What's up guys, Josh here. Today I wanted to talk about something that I feel is not only important to me, but other people in the car community as well. And it's something that is not supposed to be taken lightly, or something that is supposed to be, 100% prevent. But in this case, it wasn't prevent. And it's something that could mean the whole future of cars and coffee, not only in the world if it keeps happening, but not only, in just one specific town or area, but, the rest of the country or the world, so to speak. And, it's not something anybody wants to see happen. Basically what happened on a Cars and Coffee on Sunday in Loveland, Colorado, somebody just, they felt like showing off for the camera, and ultimately it didn't go so well at all. And basically what they did is they pulled out, and I guess they're going to try to do like a little drift or something like that, and they just T-boned a Chevy Silverado pickup truck and ultimately flipped that truck over.
I do it.
The driver of the Hellcat and the two people inside the pickup truck were mostly made it out okay, but one of the people in the pickup truck sustained minor injuries and had to go to a hospital to get checked out. And they were ultimately, very mad about that. I mean, who wouldn't be mad about getting T-boned, especially if, you're not a car guy? I mean, whether you really are or not, you're going to be mad at somebody, especially trying to look cool and stuff, and they just hit you, and you got to make 1,000 claims and things like that, and have them cover your hospital bills if you get injured, or even insurance costs in the future. So it's not something fun to go through. And even if you're the one who caused the accident, now you're going to get a whole bunch of tickets, and at least have your insurance go through the roof if you don't even get points on your license, or even lose your license from that one event. Maybe you had a lot of points and were close to that mark where they take your license for a while and you're not able to drive for that portion of time and what have you. So basically, you have to know your car's capabilities. It's kind of like having a pet. You should know if the animal is going to, be aggressive in certain situations, like if a dog is aggressive to other dogs, and, if you know that, like a good owner, you should keep that dog separate from other dogs, because you don't want it to attack any other dog or anything else that it's aggressive toward. And so it goes with cars as well. You should know how much horsepower you have, how fast it is, and how well it handles through corners and things like that, and just basically how easy it is to lose a little bit of traction if you intensely shift the wheel for a second, and you hear the tires squeal, things like that. So basically just know your car, know your pet. Basic, not that really a car's your pet, but it's sort of the same scenario. Just know what your car can do, basically, before you put it to the limits. I've heard at least several times that people have almost crashed Hellcats because they didn't realize how fast they were. Hellcat is over 700 horsepower. I mean, they started with 707 horsepower. Now the Red Eye can pretty much go up to almost 800 horsepower, and that is incredibly fast. It's crazy, seeing, at least I think I've seen one or two videos, seen the thumbnails, that I almost crashed the Hellcat because they didn't realize how fast it was until they floored it and went down the street. So back to the main topic of the video. What ended up happening, aside from the guy, one of the people in the pickup truck, going to the hospital, and the guy that crashed into the pickup truck in the Hellcat, he just got a reckless driving ticket, and I was probably going to have to hire a lawyer and things like that. Let's hope he's got off the record. Off the record, for those who don't know, this is not a sponsor or anything like that. It's supposed to, help you handle your traffic tickets. What you do is you basically, you take a pic of your ticket, and, you just go on about your life while, the best lawyers that they bring on their team handle it for you. So it's completely free to sign up, and they just handle the rest. So as you can see, seeing the video, that yeah, so basically, I really don't have too much else to say. Like personally, like I've never been to a Cars and Coffee myself. I mean, the closest I could probably say I was to a Cars and Coffee was, briefly stopping at the car show in Waldwick, New Jersey, where they, had a good amount of cars in the Waldwick train station parking lot, and that's where I filmed Rob Ferretti's famous most ticketed Corvette leaving the parking lot. I just, pulled out my phone and just started recording him leaving. It was really, really cool. So to see that car in person that he did the first to get a ticket challenge in and things like that. So I was saying about the Cars and Coffee, like, I would hate to never be able to go to a Cars and Coffee because there's one not near me in New Jersey, or they just all get banned in all 50 states, which, is not going to happen anytime soon, but it's just the point. And it's sad to me when someone, like, especially one person, just ruins an event for everybody that follows the rules and they know how to behave at an event, and they can't do it all because of one person. And that's just very depressing to me when especially one person just ruins it for everybody. So that's something that, you should keep in the back of your mind when leaving an event, is to make sure that, you're not going to hit anything when leaving if you feel so inclined to, do a little drift while turning out of the Cars and Coffee lot. It's almost like Hellcats now with this one video could potentially be like the next Mustang. Like a Dodge Mustang, so to speak, for the reputation that it might have if people continue to crash in Hellcats doing this stuff. That'd be sad. Everybody in every car had that reputation. I mean, it's bad enough being a Mustang driver. Now, a Hellcat, seriously? What am I gonna say? Alright, let me say first off, like, I'm not condoning, doing illegal stuff at all, but I will say that this person should have waited until, like, there were absolutely no cars in the road to do something like that, so they would at least, like, hit a curb and the story wouldn't have exploded like it did. And the driver would have made it out alright and wouldn't have got himself into as much trouble as he has and what have you. So, I just wanted to, make a brief video talking about, I was going to say one other thing. Now, last month you had the Cars and Coffee in Hershey. I was going to say now, last month you had the Nissan 350Z, flying down the road and running 2 stop signs and almost taking out somebody. Basically, this guy was pretty much driving like GTA and wrecked his car, and hopefully learned a valuable lesson from that. And now Cars and Coffee is completely banned in Hershey, PA because of that. That's where the Cars and Coffee took place that the Nissan 350Z crashed in. And now, because of that person, nobody is allowed to organize a Cars and Coffee in Hershey, PA, which is very sad because it's where, Chocolate Town is. And now you can't enjoy a whole group of cars in Chocolate Town unless they organize one of those, privatized meets, or they start, possibly ripping up the parking lot and stuff. But yeah, so I don't know. And now Cars and Coffee is banned in the town of Loveland, Colorado, where this event happened, where the Hellcat crashed into the pickup truck. And now I'm hearing that there's a Cars and Coffee in somewhere in Nevada. And I surely hope that, it doesn't end up to be like this past Cars and Coffee was. I hope, everybody takes a lesson from what happened with the Hellcat and, at least doesn't hit anything or hit anybody and it turns into a whole phenomenon like it did. So, I'm hoping that, like I said, it turns out a lot better, and even the spokesman for Cars and Coffee said it was completely unacceptable, and I'm just hoping, like I said, nothing happens in Nevada where that town is gonna see a ban in Cars and Coffee. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I know I kind of rambled on as I do, and I feel kind of good that I get to talk about something else, because mostly I talk about, if something's coming out and things like that, or if like a car's getting this or a car's getting that, whatever happened. And I'm glad I'm getting to talk about like the heart of what I want this channel to get into very soon, like having my own collection of cars and stuff and being able to do cool stuff like all these car YouTubers do. And yeah, so I hope to see myself there someday, hopefully in the next coming years or even sooner, who knows. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got to say. Well, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you next time.